Crude oil higher. OPEC meeting dominates next week. Oil expenses traded better Friday, helped with the aid of persisted tight deliver, but the marketplace remains heading for a second weekly fall on fears that tight economic coverage will push the worldwide economy into recession. U.S. gasoline RBOB futures were up 1% at $3.8041 a gallon. The crude market has been helped by means of comments from the Libyan oil minister, who said past due Thursday that the National Oil Corporation chairman became withholding manufacturing facts from him. He had said earlier inside the week that Libya's oil manufacturing has risen in the beyond week to around 700,000 to 800,000 barrels a day. However, these figures need to now be unsure as an increase in political tension and protests at electricity fields and ports has significantly curtailed production in this U.S. domestic of Africa's biggest oil reserves. That mentioned, the crude market is on course for its second consecutive dropping week amid worries that hobby fee hikes through some of central banks, and the Federal Reserve in particular, will critically restrict global monetary activity. Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated on Thursday the important financial institutions' cognizance on curtailing inflation changed into unconditional, suggesting extra hobby fee hikes beforehand, which he brought raised the possibility of recession. The pass lower in oil appears to be nearly exclusively driven via macro effects, even as oil basics still stay supportive, mentioned analysts at ING, in a notice. We simply need to have a look at the time spreads, which have now not followed the flat rate lower over the week. This shows that there is tightness inside the market proper now, and we might anticipate this to only grow as we lose more Russian deliver. Next week sees the modern-day assembly of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and Allies to talk about the institution's manufacturing tiers. The cartel, referred to as OPEC+, is broadly expected to pace to its plan to enhance output with the aid of 648,000 barrels an afternoon in July and via the equal quantity in August, in spite of the plans of U.S. President Joe Biden to visit Saudi Arabia, the de facto chief of the institution, to plead the case for lower crude costs. Also possibly to emerge subsequent week can be the not-on-time stock records from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, after the reputable body became not able to submit this week's figures on Thursday due to technical problems. This postpone comes at an essential time for the marketplace whilst there are lots of issues over the tightness in subtle product markets, ING brought.